SEAMEO Rehab. The SEAMEO Center specializing in higher education and development is hosted by the government of Thailand. Similar to other SEAMEO centers, the center's primary operations include training, research and development, and information distribution with an emphasis on promoting collaboration, alignment, and progress across the region's higher education systems. It goes with its mission, which is to work to advance cooperation, alignment, and the development of higher education systems in the region by creating policy platforms, engaging in policy-driven research, and broadening space for information dissemination.
SEAMEO is the region's partner in higher education. They work to make changes on a systematic regional scale. They build platforms for national authorities responsible for higher education to work collectively and address key priorities for higher education and development at the regional level. They develop sustainable networks and mechanisms to engage the region's higher education systems and higher education institutions to facilitate people-to-people connectivity across borders and encourage the development of a mobile, globalized workforce for the region. They promote effective multilateral collaboration with partners across the world to strengthen and advance Southeast Asian higher education and help them synergize efforts toward the alignment and continued development of the region's higher education systems.
When REHAD began in 1959 as the Regional Institute of Higher Education and Development, it set out to facilitate cooperation and enhance the contributions of higher education to social and economic development of the region. As the regional engagement expanded under the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, SEAMEO Rehab has continued to promote the harmonization and creation of a common space in higher education for the region of Southeast Asia. They engage with SEAMEO members countries and partners across the region of Southeast Asia and the world in areas essential to progress in higher education. Their work is also closely aligned with priority area number 6, which is the harmonization of higher education and research, of the SEAMEO Education Agenda, which is from 2015 to 2035, and the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, particularly Sustainable Development Goal number 4 on quality higher education. To realize their mission, SEAMEO Rehab did the following strategies. First is higher education harmonization. The regional engagement in higher education takes place primarily through two formal platforms at the policy level that support the regional harmonization of higher education. Through these platforms, SEAMEO Rehab is guided by the collective decisions of the region and works towards region-wide implementation of priorities for higher education. The center also seeks to strengthen multilateral collaboration and to narrow and bridge gaps within the region. In moving forward as one regional community, SEAMEO Rehab has been expanding their collaboration with partners and implementing a number of capacity-building activities for member universities and national governments of the Greater Mekong Sub-region through the project and support for capacity building of the Greater Mekong Sub-region University Consortium, supported by the ASEAN Secretariat and under the framework of the Japan-ASEAN Integration Fund. Phase 1 of this project provided a necessary platform for GMSUC member universities from Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam to develop capacities in the areas of leadership management, teaching, research, internationalization, and cross-border higher education. SEAMEO Rehab recently completed implementation of the 2-year project, which was carried out from 2018 to 2019, and they are currently looking forward to exploring more opportunities and prospects to narrow and bridge gaps within the region.
Number 2, enhancing mobility and connectivity. They are committed to further enhancing cooperation and the coordination of efforts at the regional level through the development of networks and mechanisms to elicit stronger engagement from regional and international partners and enhance academic mobility and connectivity. The AIMS program, SEAMEO Rehab ASEAN International Mobility for Students, AIM program is a collaborative multilateral mobility initiative that involves the participation of both governments and higher education institutions in an effort to enhance student and academic mobility for the region. The AIMS program was initiated in 2008 and officially launched in 2010 as a pilot project with the participation of 3 Southeast Asian countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, through the promotion of self-efficiency, sufficiency, and balanced mobility, the AIMS program has continued to differentiate itself from other mobility schemes in Spain as a platform and network to promote mobility and connectivity within the region and beyond. The AIMS program currently includes 9 member countries and 78 nominated higher education institutions that offer exchange opportunities across 10 academic disciplines. Since 2010, approximately 5,000 students have enhanced their education and learned through the experience of living and studying abroad and have made important contributions to regional understanding, cooperation, and friendship.
Third is an emphasis on research. In order to assist national authorities and other decision makers in higher education, more policy-oriented research needs to be undertaken to support higher education development in the region. Recently, they introduced a biannual interregional research symposium as a platform of opportunity for new researchers and experienced researchers to disseminate findings and encourage the exchange of ideas and information of regional and international research networks. In an effort to increase the standing and impact of researchers in Southeast Asia and facilitate cooperation for joint research and innovation across the Asia-Pacific region, SEAMEO REHAD introduced a biannual interregional research symposium in 2019, which was held as part of SEAMEO REHAD's CHED week from 14th to 15th of November. Through a lens on sustainable development, the 2-day symposium saw insightful contributions and engaging discussions from new and experienced researchers from across the world on themes of inclusive and accessible quality higher education, entrepreneurship and employability, the digitalization of higher education and internationalization, and cross-border higher education.
Investing in data, rapid social and digital transformations have accelerated both the need and use of higher education data and statistics to a significant extent. They are actively pursuing ways to better keep the region and the world better informed with data and statistics on the development of Southeast Asian higher education.
With all these strategies laid out by SEAMEO REHAD, we believe that through mutual collaboration, we can cope with emerging challenges and mobilize regional development in education, science, and culture amidst digital disruptions. By using digital technology in learning and teaching processes, we can produce a competent workforce that will be equipped and ready to deal with future challenges and respond to the needs of the society. A lot of things need to be learned, unlearned, and relearned if we are to transform education, science, and culture as we move into the digital age. Therefore, international policymakers, educators, and education stakeholders must support programs of SEAMEO REHAD to hear from experts, learn from each other, and showcase best practices and responses to this transformation.